Select all that apply questions can be challenging for many nursing students. If these SATA questions are challenging for you, this video may help.
All right, let's talk about it. We're going to tackle one of the absolute most feared question types on any exam. You know the one that makes your heart pound and your confidence just plummet. Yep, we're talking about select all that apply questions, and I'm going to show you exactly how to own them. You know the feeling, right? You're in the zone, you're crushing the test, feeling good, and then you flip the page, and there it is, that long list of answers with those little square checkboxes. And suddenly, it's not about finding the one right answer anymore. Now it's this crazy puzzle that could have 2, 3, maybe even more correct choices. It is a moment of pure, uncut stress.
For so many people, this question is basically the final boss of the exam. It's the villain of the story. It's specifically designed to see if you really know your stuff. And let's be honest, it's a huge reason for losing points. Not because the material is harder, but because the format is just so tricky. Well, that ends today.
So how do we beat this thing? What if I told you there's a simple mental switch, a secret key, really, that you can flip to turn this monster of a question into something totally manageable? This is the one big mindset shift you need to make, and trust me, it's going to unlock these questions for you for good.
Here it is. It's called the true/false filter. From now on, you are not answering one big, intimidating question. Forget that. Instead, you're just answering a few tiny, simple true or false questions. That's it. You take each answer, one by one, hold it up against the question, and ask yourself, is this statement true? Or is it false? Yes or no? That's the whole game.
And here's why this is such a game changer. Our brains are wired to compare things. We immediately want to look at option A and option B and ask, well, is A better than B? How do they relate? That is a trap. It just creates this tangled web of confusion and makes you second-guess everything. So from now on, every option lives on its own little island. It gets judged by itself, and only by itself.
Okay, so to make this true-false filter work like a charm every single time, we're going to use a really simple 3-step strategy. Number 1, we deconstruct the question itself. Number 2, we vet every single option. And number 3, we do a confident final review. So let's break down step 1. So step 1 is all about getting prepared. I mean, you wouldn't go on a mission without knowing your objective, right? It's the exact same idea here. You have to know precisely what the question is asking before you even allow yourself to look at the answers. This is all about being a detective. First, read the STEM, and I mean really read it. What's the goal here? Are you supposed to find the right things to do or the wrong things to do? Next, you gotta hunt for those key words. A single word like priority or initial can change the entire question. And the golden rule? Only use the information they give you. Do not, I repeat, do not start making up a backstory or assuming things.
And now for step 2, the main event. This is where our true-false filter really gets to work. We're just going to go right down that list of options one by one and put each one to the test. No comparing, no second-guessing, just a series of clean, simple judgments.
Now, as you do this, keep an eye out for some common traps. If you see words like all, always, or never, a little red flag should go up. Things are rarely that absolute. Another huge trap is an answer that's technically a true fact, but it's completely irrelevant to the question being asked. If it's true but doesn't apply to this situation, then for our purposes, it's false.
Here's a great little mental checklist for questions that ask you what to do. For each option, just ask, will this action help the person? Will it harm them, or will it do basically nothing? If it helps, you select it. If it harms them, or it's just a waste of time, you get rid of it. It's a fantastic way to just cut right through the noise.
Now, I know I said don't compare options, but you can spot relationships. For instance, sometimes you'll see two answers that are basically saying the exact same thing, just in different words. Well, if you decide one is true, the other one is probably true too. On the flip side, if two options are total opposites, well, you know they can't both be right. These are just extra little clues that can help you feel confident in your choices.
And here we are, at the final step, the confident review. You have done the hard work. You followed the system. You were logical. This part is not about panicking and changing everything. It's about locking in your answers and trusting the process you just went through. Okay, here's a little pro tip for you. The vast majority of these questions, they're designed to have at least 2 correct answers. So if you end up with only one selected answer, it might be a good signal to just quickly double-check your work. But, and this is super important, never, ever force an answer just to get to 2. Trust your system over any rule of thumb.
And this is probably the most crucial piece of advice. Trust the work you just did. That frantic urge to overthink and change all your answers in the last 10 seconds, that's usually just your anxiety talking, not your brain. Unless you spot a clear, "Oh wow, how did I miss that?" kind of error, stick with your choices. You earn them.
So there you have it. The SATA question isn't a monster. It's really just a puzzle that has a very specific set of rules. And by shifting your whole mindset to that true-false filter and using this 3-step strategy, you can turn a source of dread into a real opportunity to show what you know. You've officially got the code. Now, go out there and crack it.
Do you want to talk to a person about this or another topic? Just reach out to us. We can help you be more successful this semester.